So tell me a little bit about when you are thinking about the fit portion of the interview for McKinsey, the personal experience. Are there certain things that a candidate can say or demonstrate that end up being huge red flags that might completely tank his or her ability to move on?
Yeah. So, the interviewer is looking for skills that are going to make the person successful in the role. And so there are some things that people can say that will make them seem, not empathetic, antisocial, not able to collaborate. And you'd be surprised at what people will say in these situations.
What's like give us some examples.
Someone talking about not getting along with their boss, and just kind of criticizing that person. And you're never going to win in an interview by talking about how you and your prior boss didn't get along. So it's probably best just to steer clear of that subject entirely. But that sort of thing, or kind of cases where McKinsey interviewers will often ask questions about cases where you had to convince someone to do something they didn't want to do. And sometimes the candidates will go in the direction of talking about, like, hey, I got in this fight with this guy and the way I won was like my ideas turned out to be better. Or, I went to his boss and was like, this guy's not working well together. There are things that you can do that demonstrate that in the McKinsey context, you would burn more bridges than you forge, and that's not a skill that will make you very successful in the job. So I think best to be, honestly, be honest, but hopefully those sorts of things don't come out in the process.
Yeah. So it sounds like, a few things that I heard. That one is like extreme, like a lot of negativity. It's hard to win with that, even if like you had a better idea, the other person really did have a bad idea. Like just coming out and saying that doesn't demonstrate a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then I think the other thing you mentioned that is interesting and makes sense is, the ability to forge bridges and build bridges, because the client needs to want to work with you, and they need to want to presumably implement a solution down the line. And then I imagine, McKinsey ultimately probably would like to work with that client and those clients again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're constantly in the situation where you're challenging people's thinking, and you have to find a way to do it without pissing everyone off. And so if you demonstrate in the interview that you're the kind of person who kind of creates a ruckus within organizations that you've worked in, even if your ideas might be great, it's going to be challenging.
Yeah, that makes sense.